Hello, 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 and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host. We are here. Yeah. I've moved all the technology off this. This was covered in tech and bits of tech. So I am everything's sort of still getting rid of little bits of metal that fell out of the motherboard setup. But everything's kind of fine. I don't know what those numbers Darren Excited is putting on their Discord chat. Hello, David. How are you today? How is David? We're going to have some potatoes and carrots to start with. So potatoes and carrots can be started straight away. We've got fresh veg in, so we're going to get some potatoes and carrots and start them. And have an afternoon potato meal. Potatoes, potato. I think potatoes and carrots, and so potatoes. We've got a little bit of cabbage as well. Cabbage and potatoes. So potatoes, carrots and cabbage. That's what we've got. We've got potatoes, carrots and cabbage. This is a good thing. We are on a good thing here. You're farming tomatoes in a game? Okay, so first things first. Let's put the potatoes in. Let's put the potatoes on. The potatoes shall be done. Potatoes. So, potatoes. 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 We are going to just put some potatoes in here, slice them up, and put them in. One potato, two potato, three potato. Wee potatoes. We like potatoes. Potatoes go that way. And this one's a bit messy, but I don't mind. It's still usable. It's still usable. Potatoes. There we are. That's a large amount of potatoes. That's potatoes for happiness. The potatoes for happiness shall now have filtered water put on them. And it's all good and happy and bouncy, isn't it? So potatoes. Hello, Keegan. So we're cooking up some potatoes. There we are. The potatoes shall go on here and be cooked. Potatoes. Your potatoes. Potatoes. All the way from potato land. There. The first one is there. The first one is there. Potatoes. And now we're going to put some potatoes. Now we need the carrots. Carrots will be happy with a fish on their head. You're thinking to potatoes. We're going to put 4 potatoes. We're going to put 4 potatoes in. Potatoes and no, we've already done potatoes. We're doing carrots. Focus, Jason. Carrots need to be done. Carrots. That's probably another good thing. You have an inability to limit yourself, don't you? There, next slide. Sometimes it's candy, sometimes it's bits and pieces, but you seem to really being able to limit yourself to more. So, did you know that it's next slide? You can die from drinking too much water. You can die from drinking too much water. If you take in too much water for your body, it causes your cells to disrupt because it removes the salt and washes away things, and it can be very dangerous. But 3 litres is fine. Just don't drink 3 litres at once. It will make you sick. Your body will rebel against you, and you will have to have weird stuff happening. So we've got Oh, this looks like a nice kind of. Woohoo! So this is the red cabbage. They don't usually have cabbage in, so I'm happy to put some cabbage in here. Of course, I will have to nuke this really. 3 AM for you. What time is it for me? It's 3:30 in the afternoon for me. So we need more water to go in there. So potatoes and carrots and cabbage. So this one goes over here. There we are. Put the lid on. So potatoes, carrots and cabbage. And I think I'm going to have tuna with it. Tuna. I usually let people decide, but I'm going to do a tin of tuna with this. Tuna. Carol, you're in the way. You really are in the way. You're being a bit of a doofus. Let's put the stuff away now. I'm blowing bubbles, any bubbles in the air. Right, all that's sorted out. We're back to here. Good night, Zerenexite. We are happy like a fish in the sea. We are happy like a fish in the sea. Wardykins. Hello, Wardykins. That reminds me, I should try and let Star Trek Online do its update on this computer, on this laptop. So just in case I want to play it on this laptop while we're waiting for food. But I think it's going to be, it may slow down the actual stream because Star Trek Online doesn't have a limit really to the amount of bandwidth it uses when it downloads its patches, which is annoying. How are you doing today, Warden? We've got Bertie's good, Beryl's good. Beryl's in the living room because she doesn't want to be in here. I'm forever blowing bubbles, but we'll see how Star Trek Online affects the when Star Trek Online downloading its patches may actually cause issues, but we don't know. We don't know until pardon me. We're good. So here it is. Do we have options here? What can we do in the options? Okay, launch update, on-demand patching. Okay, do we? Yes, see, Mr. Fwibble. It's going to cause issues, Towers. That's going to cause issues for us. Let's see. It's going to patch, and if it, as long as it doesn't affect the stream bandwidth. The stream bandwidth is bad. We're going to have to deal with the stream bandwidth. I'm quite happy today. If you're happy and you're crazy, shoot people in the face. But only in games. Because shooting people in the face in games means love. It's like firing missiles at each other in games means love. Like when you're on VRchat and you're in the flight sim and you shoot each other with missiles, it means love. Love. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like just to let people know, anybody who wants to play Star Trek Online, they've got 50% off on lifetime. That's pretty damn good, actually. That means that the normal price... Oh, it's only this weekend, so it's already... Has it already gone yet? No, it hasn't already. So if anybody wanted the 50% off on lifetime, that would be... That's pretty damn good. See, I bought the lifetime subscription long time ago. So I get all the benefits of being there, and I get free Zen every month and all that. I'm forever glowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. We fly so high right up to the sky. Oh, that's a lot of... I'm going to have to turn that down. Let's turn this down before it goes over the edge. Beep, beep, beep. Take it down to 5. There we are. Stop steaming up my... Seriously. Let me move you back a bit. Gonna have to move a little few items here. Try and move this into a position where it's not being hit by the... That's still on them. Oh, we need that, like that. Like that. Is it showing both? Good. We've got to wait for the other one to thing up, but still, I think... I have no idea. I have no idea how many J-frames you can have open at a time. 4 to go. Hello, my wonderful special person of awesomeness. Yay. So the computer upstairs, the retro PC upstairs, is slowly working out stuff. And it's doing a full reset and reinstall of Windows 10 before I start using it for retro. Everything seems to be working fine. The only limitations... Well, there's not many limitations at all. Yee. So we're down here in the kitchen where I'm making my afternoon meal, because the weekend's always going to be strange because of me staying up during the night and everything. You know what I really hate? What I really hate is the old-fashioned MIDI-sized cases that are like death traps for your hands inside. All of the metal edges haven't been filed down or properly set up. So inside the case, every bloody edge and... Yeah. Horrible, The case that I've had to use with the thingy was like that. Bloody sharp edges everywhere when building it. So it's all together now and it's fine. In its temporary little place of happiness. You never notice until afterwards, yeah. So we're having potatoes, carrots and cabbage, because they had some cabbage in this time, so I had some cabbage. A really nice red cabbage. So I put some of that in with the carrots, and I'm cooking that up now. Oh, so we are here. We can talk about anything while we're waiting for the food today. The meat I'm going to have is just going to be tuna. I'm going to have tuna with the meal. Okay, tuna, and the doggies can have tuna as well. I'll open up 2 tins of tuna, and the dogs can have 1 tin, and I'll have another one. There. Yeah, the edges can be a pain in the ass. So tuna with potato meal, and the dogs will like tuna as well. I've got my old copies of Windows 10 and everything that I've been going through. So yeah, I'm planning on spending about £250 over the next 6 months on that computer to slowly build it up. And then we are doing another type of, the other build that we're going to build is one for Linux, but we're going to wait till later in the month on that. I have lots of projects on. I'm far better when I've got lots of technology products. It helps me deal with a lot of stress. So when I've got lots of little different projects, like setting up this kitchen PC was a project, and it's working fine now. This is a brilliant one for the kitchen. I've now got a spare laptop. I need to think of a project for a spare laptop. It's a low-powered laptop. It's my 65-watt laptop that used to be in here. Yeah. So yeah. So the kitchen one setup is really good. Got a nice kitchen setup here. And as soon as I'm going to be putting all of my retro stuff through my main PC, I don't need that laptop that was going to be used. There was a laptop up there that was going to be used as the retro streaming to actually stream all the stuff, but I don't need to because everything's going to go through my main PC, which refines the situation a lot. But that means I've got a spare laptop now, and I've got to think of a project to use with it. It's a Windows 11 Samsung laptop. It's a nice little thing, and it can run basic games and that. So I don't know what to do with it. I tell you what, I just thought of it. I know how to do it. That can be my modern day. I'm going to do the retro PC upstairs, but alongside the retro PC, if I use this 65-watt laptop as basically, if you've got one of these basically like a Chromebook type computer that's modern, this is the kind of gaming you can do on that. So we'll have that set up as well as a little thingy, and we'll see what games we can play on it. Yay. So that's the project for that one. Tell you what I'd love to do. I mean, one day, Brit Monkey will love this, because one day I do want to put together a supercomputer. Unfortunately, yeah, that's a good idea, but I've got my Steam Deck does all that. My Steam Deck can emulate pretty much every single game out there up to a 360. It's not the same as having the originals, but I only really need one computer set up as a Steam Deck, as a emulation station type thing, and the Steam Deck does actually works really well as that. Super PC. Well, I'm thinking when my mum passes away, if there's any money spare, I'm going to build a super PC. And by a super PC, I mean an epic AMD server PC with 128 cores, 256 threads, about 256 gigabyte to half a terabyte of memory, add in a few other bits and pieces, and basically Brit will love it because it's going to be every computer, Prometheus, every computer in the house is going to be a virtual desktop version, a virtual computer. No, it's not overkill. Think about it. If this computer I've got in the kitchen at the moment, it's got 8 cores, 16 threads. So let's say I had this Prometheus build. I could set up a virtual PC in there with Windows 10 and hook you up to a monitor and a keyboard in here. And therefore, this room, the cooking computer wouldn't be a computer, would just be a monitor and a terminal and the setup in here. This would be done. My main computer wouldn't be a main computer anymore because I would have a virtual streaming rig running off that same supercomputer. My retro PC would be another virtual PC. I would literally be able to have like 6 or 7 PCs in the house that would all be virtual PCs running on a single monster PC in their closet. And I would have enough. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, like the old mainframes. But with enough thingies, so have a couple of high quality. Usually these things can have like 6 or 7 PCI banks and as much bandwidth as you want. So you'd stick 2 3080 Ti's in there, those, or even 3, and those would be for the virtual computers that need a fast computer. And then you'd have a couple of low powered graphics cards in there that would just have the small stuff on it. So you could set up another thing. It could even be the my NAS. It could be a network attached storage as well. It could do everything with one system. One system doing every single thing in the house that I need. And the wonderful thing about that, because they'll all be virtual PCs, it means when my brain wants to build a new PC or wants to try something new, instead of having to buy parts, I'll just be able to create a new virtual PC within the supercomputer and try something different. It will be the perfect PC for my brain because I will be able to switch and change things all the time. And it's either I would have set it up on a Threadripper, but they're not supporting. I think they're not doing Threadripper anymore. So AMD might not do Threadripper, and Xenon are not fast enough. Hello, Hachina man! Yay, Hachiman's here. Oh, let me turn down this one. We don't want it to go too far. Turn that down a bit. So yeah, something like. I don't know what a piggy bank is, unless you're talking a piggy bank. Yeah. Yeah, that's where it'll be. So based on an EPIC CPU, because the modern EPIC CPU of AMD. So the new version. Okay, 64. The things detailed, the new ones. No RGB. I have no interest in RGB. I never have. So it has 64 cores, 128 threads, which means in theory you could set up a server would only need 4 cores and maybe 8 threads. So 4 cores, 8 threads for the basic computers. So you could have quite a few of those set up. And then you could have like your main workhorse streaming PC, you want more cores, say 8 cores, 16 threads allocated to that. And of course, if you've got something like 512 gigabyte of memory, then you can split it off, give 16 gigabyte to each of the small computer systems with the allocations, and 32 gigs for the streaming system in case you, and then of course you've got the graphics cards in there, and you decide which ones you want to be used on which system. And it would work really well, but the biggest challenge would be the translation of latency, because I could possibly put wireless transmitters in the house so that a wireless keyboard, a wireless keyboard, see down here, in fact down here, how we could do it is this: a wireless monitor casting from the main unit, so no, and a wireless keyboard and mouse casting straight to the main unit with a USB. You need it USB 2 because USB 2 can go up to like 10 to 20 meters. USB 3 can only go like 3 to 4 meters without latency. So you'd have to set it. I have. I've seen that kind of thing. See, the thing is, something like this, this computer, the kitchen computer, kitchen computer, I wouldn't have to worry about latency. It's not like we're playing a computer game where input, I hardly touch the keyboard and mouse, so latency would not be an issue as long as we've got a camera set up. And what I do at that point in time is, this is the other thing that you put, you allocate a certain amount of processing power and system on the actual supercomputer to be a security camera setup. So basically you have a PPOE camera in each room, or 3 or 4 PPOE over Ethernet cameras in each room. And so instead of having these webcams, I'd have a PPOE camera here for doing this, a PPOE camera over there for the cooker, and one over here as well to cover those. I wouldn't need a webcam. We wouldn't need the USB connection for that. We'd do it over the normal PPOE protocols thingy. So you could set up the whole house with a small part of the computer would be set aside as a security system with like 10 or 20, 12 or 15, however many you want, cameras set up around the house in different positions, so that then you could set it all around, and those cameras would all provide security, but also provide for when I'm doing the cooking in the kitchen, and so on, all that kind of thing. This is like the dream PC, that a single PC that would do everything, that I could also change out. I could change it virtually into any kind of PC I want, because I'd have enough space and bandwidth to have multiple different setups going all the time. I could have a Windows XP on there, a Windows 98 computer, set up a Windows 2000 just for the hell of it. I could set up a Unix PC as well as a Linux PC, an old style Unix model and things like that. And I could emulate a Raspberry Pi, emulate a Amiga 4000 on it, using it all like as a complete thingy. Yeah, that's why I said to you, Porto, that Brit would absolutely love to that. I'd probably have Brit come up one weekend when I'd actually bought all the stuff, so me and him could mess about with it, because I think he would absolutely love setting up and helping me set up something as crazy as this. So that's my plan, if there's any money spare when my mum passes, to build the ultimate PC, because you've got to think it's justified for me because computers help me cope. And having something like that in my house, something like, call it Prometheus, and it would be the perfect technological partner. I could even set aside a certain amount of bandwidth and put, oh, you know what we could do as well? If we're going to go full hog for Vertigo, what we would do is this. Buy one of the NVIDIA Quadro AI cores units, the ones that are not meant for normal thingy, that you just plug into a thingy, that basically are very good for neural networks, and we can mess around with AI stuff and actually set up an AI section. Yeah, so we'd have one of those Quadro. Why not? Why not? If you have you could set up things like neural net and learning and stuff like that. When Beta comes up, he could play with the neural net stuff because he's into all that kind of thing. And I could do things like setting up for voice recognition. Instead of having to use my Echo Dot, I could have my own personal voice recognition system. Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole point. This kind of thing would be perfect. And all you do, let's say, worst case scenario, the wiring system is more of a challenge. So all you do is have some very cheap 65-watt laptops, Chromecast style laptops, that will basically stream from the main unit for situations where, and log into the act as basically dumb terminals to log into the different virtual PCs that are running on it. That would be a nice, cheap, easy thing. It means anywhere in the house or even in the bedroom, using backyard using wireless, I could connect to the main unit in the house. The options and possibilities by creating one of those units is bloody amazing, but they are not cheap to put together. But they will last years and years and years because they are business grade technology. This is why a lot of yeah, I knew this would interest you part ago because the possibilities. This is like this is for me and you, from like those kind of people, me, you, and Brit. It's like the ultimate. Someone would say, "Oh, why don't you buy yourself a nice looking car? Why don't you buy yourself spend money on stuff like that?" No. A dream computer system built to the point of being able to run the entire freaking house. Everything we could set up, automated temperature stuff in the house would be very easy with a system like that. Audio to every room system, streaming capability. With a system like that set up properly, it would be like future tech right now. See what the thing is, the whole system is possible now, but it's just the cost of putting together a system like that. You've got to make sure it's got enough oomph. Like, you could probably do a limited version with like an AMD 7950X, because that's got like is it 16 cores, 32 threads. That's a lot. That's probably enough to do a few. But really, you want to go to Threadripper. Are they ever going to do another thread? Let me check over Overclocker. I thought they were actually backing away from. Yeah. So let's have a look at overclockers and see whether or not. Oh, we've got. We're just having a quick look at PC components, AMD CPUs, and let's have a look at Threadripper, the new thread. After this, I mean, you could probably do it. I mean, look, I'll just show you the link of this one. I mean, you could easily do it with this. You could do it with this. This is a. I mean, the Threadripper Pro 64 core, 128 threads. That's so let's say your main PC's got 8 cores, 16 of those threads. So you could do 4 big PCs, or you could split down to 8, and then you could do 8 times. You could do 8 of those, 8 computers that would only need 8 cores. Yeah, I'd have it up on its own specialized setup. You'd need it. Yeah, the power. See, something like a Threadripper, right, would work on normal power. I wonder if now I've got to think about this. Is there a dual? Let's have a little. Let's just check something. Dual. I'm just seeing if there's a dual Threadripper motherboard. Holy shit, there is. I think there is anyway. Might be. Which, yeah, people. Can I use yet? On a holy chicken soup vendor. Holy chicken soup vendor. Yes, you can put dual Threadrippers on one board. So we'd base it on a dual Threadripper. There's a motherboard out there that you can put 2 Threadrippers on. So basically, we would end up with 128 core, 256 threads worth of power, worth of CPU cores on a massive EATX board. But it would run from one motherboard, one power supply unit. And so therefore, with normal power, it wouldn't be pulling the kind of power an Epic would. So that would work a lot better. I mean, we're talking 2 of the main ones, the Pro thingy, the top of the range Threadripper, inside on a board. And I think that board, let me just check that board, because that board sounds sexy as hell. It's an Asus Pro. Okay, we're looking. Okay, so I believe that will take. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you can get a motherboard that can run 2 Threadrippers. That's definitely scary. So a normal Threadripper, dual Threadripper, would like a 2000 watt power supply from Seasonic or Be Quiet, their top of the range power supply, would be able to run it quite easily, especially if we put like 2 3080s in there, TIs, or even 2. Ooh, if we put a 4, yeah, we could do funny things with it. So yeah, we wouldn't need to go to Epic. The problem with Epic, it'd be very hard to keep a very quiet Epic. Hmm. Yeah, I mean temperature. it'd be a pretty good system. So yeah, that is possible. That is like the few, we could put together something really epic. Do you know what the scary thing is for to go? The really scary thing is if we go the Threadripper route, and this is going to blow your mind. If we go with something like this, I'm going to show you a picture of this. It's from Amazon.com. This Azeal's Pro motherboard, or the equivalent of it, there's another one as well, could take two Threadripper. It's got multiple 16 times PCI lanes. It can take up to 2 terabyte, I believe, 2 terabyte of memory. And it is a fully functioning wireless thingy. And this thing would fit in a normal case and sit on my desk and wouldn't need to be in the closet. And I could do it with an all-in-one cooler and have it perfectly quiet. None of it, wouldn't need any of the extra stuff, wouldn't need extra power or anything. Just a normal power supply would run it. And we would have a 128 core, 256 thread with basically almost infinite PCI Express lanes, and you would just sit it on your desk in a normal PC case. Well, it'd have to be a full tower case, of course. My tower case would fit in my Fantech. This is the Fantech tower that I've got. This is my tower case. This is the one I have now for my main computer. And this would fit in. It would just be a big black monolith. The Fantech N2 chassis, that's the one I've got upstairs for my main PC. And it would fit in there, an ETAX car. Stick that with a 2000 to 2400 watt power supply that you could run from basically a normal outlet. And it would be a god of a machine, a literal god of a machine. And probably cost about 10%. I mean, the thing is, and you'd pay for. Yeah, you could go for the Be Quiet. I prefer the actual Fantex because I use them. I like them. They're so big. They're from 2014, but it's built so big. So let's look at 2000 watt PSU. Something like the EGA to 1500 to 1800 watt power supply. Yeah, you could do that quite easily. That wouldn't be that. Yeah, I've seen the Dark Base. Yeah, I like Be Quiet, but I've had Be Quiet. I love Be Quiet fans and Be Quiet power supply units and everything, and I have used it. I just like the look of this. The Fantex N2 chassis is it's just a big block of. It's not fancy. It's not curved. It's just a big block of thingy, and you put stickers on it, like I put on mine. And it's like, yeah, let's do it. So that's the idea. We could build that PC, and that PC could sit on my desk upstairs, and it would be a absolute monster of a virtual machine, and it could probably play Minecraft. Oh God, yes. So that's like my dream computer to build. It's like a dream computer. It would make me so happy to build something like that. So we'd better get the food stuff. Yeah. You mean the very old IBM's ones? I liked the old. Let's see if I can find it. IBM. Yeah, the old ones. Yeah. So let's get stuff. Let's start putting stuff together for the food. Let's start putting the food together. Here is that, and that is there. Now I need a. This is going to be for the of the tuna. So we will grab some tuna. We're going to grab 2 lots of tuna. So. Two tuna. Alright. Watch this out, Bertie. I've got to get stuff done. We are on the clock. Good. And that's make sure that we give the doggy lots of yummy. Right. So what we're looking at for now is this. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, this red cabbage is like had stained the water to black. Yeah. Hey, hi, Ben. Right, so pick this one up as well. What time is it? Oh, 4:20. So we're having tuna. We'll leave that there. Out to like Bertie. If you want to go with a different kind of. Okay, so turn off the potatoes. And now we need to do the potatoes. Potatoes! We need to move that over there, move that over there, move that over there. So we've got the from here to this. Okay, what are we doing now? We need the masher. We need to mash, but we need to grab some bits and pieces. Bertie. You're just getting in the way all the time because you're a Bertie. Bertie's definitely in the way because the Bertie is the Bertie. Right. That little bit of notes. Pelican, Ben's on, yay! Ben. Listen. And that goes together. Now we need the masher. We need to smash the potatoes. The potatoes need a mashing. Potatoes. The potatoes get mashed. All of the potatoes don't get mashed. Gonna get mashy potatoes. Too much food for me though, by the way. This probably going, some of this will go to the dogs definitely. Yeah. Right. Right. The rest of this can go in there, that can go in there. The doggies. Right, so what do we need? We need the whisker. Where's the whisker? The whisker of doom. I'm going to make some to eat. Yes, make sure you eat. David, you need to remember to eat. Make sure the gravy's doing well. Just make sure. Where's my tap? Oh, yes. There we are. The gravy is ready. Doggies can have the rest of the gravy. Right. Yeah, Midnight Munchies was amazing. I mean, there's some such amazing. So let's just. There we are. That's my afternoon meal. Potatoes, red cabbage, carrots, and tuna. That's going to be yummy. So what I will do is I'm going to eat. I'll do the dishes and everything after I eat. and then I'll make sure the dogs have had their food, and then I will do a stream upstairs on the main computer after I've eaten, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, take a break, and then we'll do that. So I hope you're all having a good day. And Beryl's, for some reason, watching something in the corner over there. So I will say bye-bye for now. I'll upload this. So all of you have a wonderful day. I will see some of you later. So bye-bye for now. You special, wonderful people of awesomeness. Bye-bye for now.